What's up? All right. Let's just jump into it. Not waste no time, right? So I have a bunch of tasks here, and what I want to do is I was trying to add animations to the player when he runs. I don't know if I have that. Player should have running animations. This is the one we're working on. Just put an exclamation mark there so I can remember that this is the one I'm working on. So I did a little bit of work to try to achieve this, and let me show you the tile sheet. We got this tile sheet here, and it has some player sprites. And since I'm not using a game engine, I need to figure out a way to basically take these 3 frames and then play them in a loop when the player is running. And so what I was trying to do is we have this asset manager here where you can kind of map your different images to the location of the tile sheet. And some of the ones I added was like player facing down, 0, 1, and 2. These are the 3 frames. There's probably a better way we can achieve this by doing some type of like utility function with like a width or a height or a tile width. But I'm keeping it simple for right now because I have to like change the interface to allow this to take 2 different types of types. But anyway, so now I got these 3 frames, and I need to figure out their actual locations. So like I think I could probably just do like, I'm just gonna pick some random numbers here, whatever. So also an issue with this tile sheet, like the person who made this tile sheet, he has like 3 spaces between the Y direction, like 4 spaces in the X direction or something. And then up here, he has some random amount of padding around the whole image. Like I'm not sure if he just didn't know how to make tile sheets properly, but it's very hard to like use this tile sheet because now I can't just say like, give me IJ. I guess I could, I just have to do some like math, but anyway, so then I have these 3 assets loaded in. When the player is running, I'm basically using the start of the game, right? So I take a snapshot of when the game started, and I paste that in to this get frame index, which basically does some modulus to figure out, okay, like what frame should it be running if we're currently this time. So it does like, you know, the elapsed time from the start, and then it mods it, and then it divides it. And so we know what the frame index should be based on all that. Okay, and then we get the frame index, and then I have a method here that's supposed to get the frame in a particular direction and then append the frame index to the end and then display that. Now, when I run the game, it kind of, does it just break? I think it just breaks. I have a debugger statement in here somewhere. I gotta get rid of that. Let me go to chat. How's it going, guys? Productivity VR, JS and games go together now. Yeah, I mean, they're not like the most performant, but you can make little games with them. Did you draw the tile sheet yourself? No, I actually found it online on itch.io. If you go to the repo, there is a credits created by this guy on itch.io. He actually made a whole game for like a, what was it called, a Looterdom? I forget what the competition is called. But yeah, I've been kind of working off of this one. And then the license says it's free to use for personal and commercial. Just give them credits if you can. Yeah. Okay, so we got to figure out what's going on here. Like, why is this not working? Let's just do a refresh here. And it looks like the game tries to load, but like it can't draw the image because what I'm returning is just not a proper image. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to put a debugger here, and they're going to figure out why it's getting the wrong image. Okay. Okay, let's step through. And we have the frame index of 0. We have facing, which is 4. And then we have the player. So if we dive into that, get frame with direction, it should basically attach a direction. So player facing right. Okay, that seems correct. And then we attach a frame index to it, which is player facing right 0. So let me just double check. Player facing... Okay, that might be some of the issue, is that I have... Like, some of these are not found. I was going to try to look that one up and it fails because I can't find it. So what I'm actually going to do is just hack this real quick. Yeah, Daria, if you have time to fix the tile sheet, that'd be great. I just use them for the atlas. You'd have to explain what the atlas means to me. In your review below code, can you review? Oh, am I using a framework or going from scratch? Right now, I'm just going from scratch. Okay, but again, like my approach is just like hack it together, get it working, then come back and try to find a different way to refactor it to make it better. So the things we need, we have player going down, right, left, and up. So if I go ahead and just paste all these things in. That should fix it, I think. Let me find the debugger. There we go. And he is trying to animate. Oh wait, he just died when he went down. I think it goes left, right, up. The moment you go down, it crashes. So we gotta fix that. Player facing down. Interesting why that's failing. So there's this method when the game client first initializes, it loops through all those assets and it tries to crop them out of the tile sheet. So we have like images for every single frame that we need. And what's this doing? Yeah, so it's just cropping the assets. So I got to figure out, why is down breaking? When I go down, the game breaks. And I bet you if I go back here, it can't find something. So I mean, we could simply just we could pause in executions. I think you can just go over here. Where's that again? I forget what that is. Is it pause script execution? Deactivate breakpoints. Yo, where's the thing that you can check to like make it? Oh, I'm dumb. Pause on both of these. Just rerun that. Go down. That should pause it. Image is undefined. So, okay, that doesn't help us at all. This one's going to be hard. You know what? Sometimes a debugger is actually harder than just logging out what the keyframe is supposed to be. So then if I go down, that should have printed out player 1. So I'm going down, it just prints out player 1. That's kind of weird. Why does that happen? If direction is down, Okay, so get frame with direction. It must be this. It's supposed to be adding a suffix to the key. This one is checking the direction if it's set. Maybe direction is not set when I go down or something. Direction is 0. It also helps if I actually like wrap this so I know direction is 0, direction is 3. Turn down if it's 0, 1, or 2. That's so weird. Yeah, I'm trying to not use cursor and AI for everything. But yeah, I guess I could potentially ask. Someone said print out facing, so might as well print out facing. Wait. Oh, wait, if direction. Yeah, it's probably this if statement, right? If it's not equal to null, that's probably the issue. There we go. The simple little bugs like that. This is looking good. Look at this. So now I just got to fix the coordinates, right? So right now, if I'm going down, let's just focus on the down. I need to figure out the assets for player down and fix these, which I have. Here we go. Look at this sheet here. This is my hacky way of doing it. I just go to GIMP, and then we find a tile that looks like this. And then I try to figure out how many... Come on now. Like 2 pixels in between the tiles. Or is that 1 pixel? Maybe it's 1 pixel. So you skip a pixel. You can get the player. We want to go down, so it's definitely whatever the corner is. It's 49690. 496. Interesting. I don't know why that's off by a little bit. Gotta be a better way to do this. 51390. Oh, it's already set. Interesting. As you can tell, I don't know how to make games. Like what I'm doing now, probably not the most efficient way to do this. 530. Almost. It looks like he's kind of limping. Very interesting. It's a very interesting run animation, but I think it works. Now I just need to do the same thing for the other ones. So when I'm going left, I got to figure out how to do this. What's up, Best Mac Inc? Best Matt Inc. What program are you using? For what? For editing the tile sheet? This is GIMP? $496. What's the stack? What's the stack for this? Oh, it's just some JavaScript in the front end, Node.js on the server side, and then wrapping it all in Next.js. This one must be right. 493. I'm confused why the numbers seem like they don't align correctly. It's gonna suck when I map all these things off and then I have to like remap them when I change the tile sheet, but whatever. Yeah, that's the right position. Anyway, so left. For real, I don't know why he did such like odd like padding and stuff. Because technically what I could do here is like this could be the start X. What would be the let me see. 209 is the Y. Well, obviously it's there. Okay, so what I could do is just add the tile size. Is that even here? Plus an offset of 1. But then I think I need to times it by something, right? Take this, shift it over to the 1, and then add a new tile size, and that'll skip this, and then I can do the same thing for 2. Oh yeah, we're moonwalking, look at that. I think I just need to add flip Y or flip X to these. It looks like his left arm is actually cut off by a little bit. I think I need to, when he's going down, I think I need to do this. There we go. All right, let's make this into a helper function because I don't really like how this is working. I'm going to go ahead and just say function get frame. And then it needs to basically return the X and then the Y, which would be kind of similar. So I'm going to say start X, start Y. And then I'll say frame index. So a little helper function here where we can basically just get the +1 seems wrong. Doesn't the +1 need to be added to it? Tile size, frame index. Let me try this. And I'll just assume the frames go left to right for all the tile sheets. So now I can actually go here, and for my down facing, I could just do something like this. Hopefully. Okay, a little bit cleaner. Do the same thing here. The only issue is that this thing needed a flip X on it. So I'll have to like... Again, not the perfect solution, but I'm slowly making it easier to redo some stuff. Hopefully. Is there a better way we can do this, though? A lot of duplicate code. The only thing that changes is this frame index. So it's almost like what I could do is called get frames, and then we'll say start X, start Y, and then the number of frames, total frames. And then we loop over the total frames, and then we should get back an array of all the frames. Let's look at this real quick. So that'll make an array of, let's say, 3. And then we'll get a frame for every single one. Although I don't want to get the asset yet. I think that's good. Then I could say player down frames is equal to get frames. Am I doing this correctly? And then we can simply just call it like that. And then we can also just put this here, I think. Okay, it's still working. Player left frames. All right, left. Okay, let's just do this. Go, I'll do that. Are there so many player facing left ones? Okay, almost. So the issue is with the flip X. So now we can abstract it even more. We can say function get asset via frame. And this could take in a start X, start Y, total frames, but then a flip X. Actually, I think, actually, I'm going to say load flipped X. What is crop options? Flip X, XY with height. Okay. That's definitely not the right one. Start X, start Y. What am I doing? This just returns an X and a Y, that's it. Oh yeah, I'll call it frame origin. Actually that needs to return a frame origin. This would be a frame info. Okay, I'll get this going. I'll get this working, okay? I'm just struggling this morning. So the idea is we have a method that we can call to get all 3 frames for a particular like sprite sheet, right? So get frames. We call get frames origins. And now we have all the origins here, which, what is this complaining about? X, Y is missing from following properties frame origin. Get frame goes up here and just basically does some simple math. Okay. You know, I might actually rename this to get frame origin. Type X number, Y number array is missing from the following properties. Oh, there we go. So then this thing, we have all the frame origins, and now what we could do is we can say frame origin, and we can use that and append a flip X to it. Although is with height auto defaulted? Oh, it is defaulted. Okay. Man, don't know why that was so hard. Okay. Anyway, I think that works okay. There's still some more stuff I want to clean up and think about, but at the very least, we can just say player up, and then we have to figure out where the up is going. Up is here, and here's the X and Y coordinates, so we do 171. And then player right would be the exact same as the left, which is this one. But the difference is we don't need to flip them. Interesting. All right, so now we can just do this. Although, why did I do the up one? Oh no, that's right. You guys confused yet? Hey, thank you, Oprah. Yeah, the sprite sheets typically should be a standard size, which this one is. I mean, like every sprite, I think is 16 pixels by 16 pixels. So I could easily just, which is what I'm doing. Like when I say, okay, I need you to start here, but then grab me 3 frames, it knows how to put some padding in between the X directions. Okay. And I'm assuming that when you have an animation, it's just in the X direction, left to right. The thing that makes it difficult is like the padding at the very top of this file and that the bottom is different. And so like I'd have to like add some extra offsets, I guess. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just lazy. Okay, let's just finish this up. We want to be able to go up, which it should be working. This should all be working, right? Oh yeah, it's all working. I need to stop the animation when I'm not moving though. So that, if I go back to the player, how do we know if we're moving? Did we have something before? Open changes with working file. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. Go revision commit. I don't need that. Don't need that. All annotations. Sorry, I don't use any of this stuff. I just literally use these two. Which my head's blocking, so you guys have no idea what I'm talking about anyway. Anyway, I need to figure out if we are moving or not. And I don't think we have information about that. How do we know if we're moving? Yes, we can do that. If we're moving, otherwise, do something else. Also, if we're dead, if we are dead, down is not a proper, hold on. If framework direction player facing frame index. So this one actually needs to be here. Excuse me, the frame index needs to live there. Then it'll work. Oh, my camera's frozen. Why did my camera freeze? Technical difficulties. Hold up. I'm trying to fix my camera. Weird. Yeah, Daria, I mean, like, I would say if... Wait, which ones are not 16 by 16? Yeah, if there's an easy fix, go with that. Or just like delete any tiles that are like are not standard sizes. I'm not sure why they would change halfway through. Almost like on the right side of the page, like they start getting more, I don't know. We'll get it going and then I'll have to remap all of these things here, which is going to suck. And so I think if we could have a simple JSON file that maps, like I could just get the origins based on some type of string. That'd be very nice. I don't know. What am I doing though? I'm trying to, okay, when we're not moving, I think I have it backwards. I'm T-posing right now. If we're dead, if we're moving, we're not moving. Yeah, look at that. Come get me, zombie. Okay, so now we're in a better position. I'm gonna go ahead and commit. Yo, I tried doing this last night at 2 o'clock and like I had no idea. Like my brain just could not figure this out. Sometimes doing stuff on a stream with people watching, stuff becomes easier to solve for some reason. Got that pressure, you know? There's a pressure. Heal is missing. I should probably fix that. Don't know why that's missing. Here we go. All right, so let's go ahead and mark off this one. Wait, why is that? Boom, look at all these things I finished. Zombie should use walk animation as well. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and say adding the player walk animation. 39 minutes in to add a simple walk animation. We are cooking today. By the way, instead of opening all the chats separately, I think there's an app that combines them. Yeah, I'm using Restream. They have like a widget I can use so I can just have them all aggregated together. I just like to keep them separate. Mainly because like there's particular people I see all the time come in Twitch, and there's people that come in YouTube and they don't seem like they cross-pollinate, so just easier for me to like understand my Twitch audience. Granted, I could have like a little Twitch icon next to people's names that show up, but why am I not doing this in Godot? Godot, whatever it's called. I don't know. I just wanted to use just vanilla JavaScript, you know? You know, some other things I added is we have a bandage that you can use and it heals you. So when you get hurt by a zombie, I'll just restart the game. Here we go. I got hurt. Let's use it with an F. Boom. I just healed myself. I need to add sound animation soon. Oh, here's another cool thing I added. I'm going to pick up a bunch of items. The idea is that you're going to play this with friends, and it's kind of like a last man standing. So I'm going to collect a bunch of items, and let's say that you're trying to run back the base. Oh, Jesus, what happened here? Trying to run back the base, and you get killed. Boom. You drop all your items on the floor. And then other people can come along and see you died and steal all your stuff. But I'm making some progress. You know, do a couple features every day, and you'll have a fully finished game in no time. Zombies should use the walk animations as well. So let's go back to the assets again, and we're going to update this and find the zombies. And this will be fun. So we're going to go ahead and just load in const zombie down frame origins. Can I just reuse these? Start Y 171. Where are the zombies? Here it is. These are the zombies. So we got up, down, left. 496.57. 496.57? Seems so wrong. Yeah, I just hate how these are so offset. Like I would like it if these are powers of 16. $76. Okay. $95. Hey, that's working. So this was actually left. Anyway, we'll figure this out. Where are the zombies? Zombie facing down. Oh wait, which ones are flipped? Oh, we'll flip it in a little bit, I guess. Okay. So now we kind of have to do a similar approach to the player. But for right now, we don't have... When the zombie dies, they just disappear. So I think we can literally just do something like this. Find the zombie on the front end. Here's the render. Let's get the image. Let's get the frame index. And we will go ahead and say frame index. Oh wait, what am I doing? I'll just do this. Yeah, there we go. All right, we need to make him actually face up when he's going up, though. What's this missing? Heal. I also, there's so much I need to do. Like, I need to reevaluate. I have, like, entities on the front-end client and an entity on the back-end client, and they basically have all the same duplicate, like, getters and setters. I need to find a way to just reshare them without causing dependency issues with, like, if the front end includes a back-end zombie entity, there's certain things such as like the entity manager that don't exist on the client side. So I'm trying to figure out a good way to achieve this, reduce the amount of duplicate code and simplify the project. I just haven't thought about it because I just keep adding features. Let's go back to assets. Zombie facing up looked like it was kind of messed up. Don't know why. I think when he's going... Interesting. I almost wonder if it's not zombie facing up, zombie up frame origins, zombie facing right, left, down. Those seem right, except for this. I mean, go back to the zombie class and try to figure this out. Let's go to the render method. Here we go. Facing, determine direction. So based on the velocity that the zombie is moving. Frame index, frames 3. I'll just put a debugger. All right, so frame index should be 0. Facing is 3. Let's go down here, dive into it. What frame is it trying to get? Zombie facing left 0. I mean, that seems accurate. I'm not going to be able to debug it though. Hold on. Yeah, I'm actually just going to console log this. Facing of 3, facing of 6, 7, 2. Okay, so those are all correct. I'm curious if the frame strings are correct. They are changing. Facing right. Okay, so those are working. So then it's a matter of like, okay, maybe the assets are just not correct. Let me check chat. You guys are usually smarter than me. Yeah, it puts the icon, that'd be easier. Oh, cool. I like to drop items, but shouldn't the item bar disappear when you die? Oh, like the inventory? Yeah, I think it should. I think it should. There's probably a lot of stuff we could hide when you die. I don't know. Are you planning to share part 2 of YouTubers you watch? Oh yeah, maybe. I need to make another list. How long you been working on this? It hasn't been too long. Under a month. Is it possible to build a board game, card game in JavaScript? Yeah, I mean, you could build any type of game in JavaScript, in Python, in C#. Like, it doesn't matter about the language. Although I would say building it in a more efficient language might be better for performance. Is this project on GitHub? It is. I'll give you the link. Hold on. Now, if you want to contribute, no promises that I'll merge your stuff. I'm pushing a lot of changes all the time, so you're going to run into tons of merge conflicts. But if you want to try, I mean, you can look through my to-do list, pick an item, work on it, make a PR, and I'll review it and merge it. Just hopefully you don't pick an item that I'm working on, because I'm going to choose mine over yours probably. Am I using an engine or a framework? No, I'm just doing my own thing. I'm literally hacking on my own framework. Probably the worst thing you could do, but I'm having fun doing it, so sometimes that's all that matters. Keep the backend and front-end entities separate, even if there's some annoying duplication. At the end of the day, they have different concerns. Yeah, that's also something I thought about, because I'm like, if the game client was written in Go, I couldn't use anything from the backend anyway, right? So I think having some type of clear separations would make it easier. Okay. Yeah, I'll listen to your advice. I still just want to think about it a little bit, though. Like the backend entities might know more, have references to other objects, whereas the front-end entities will have rendering stuff in them, like current animations, current frame, sprite. Okay. Did I draw diagrams for this project? No, I didn't draw anything. I just code. I'm just coding, man. Just letting it organically grow. What am I doing? Oh yeah, the coordinates. Almost an hour into a stream. Can we animate 2 things? Coordinates must be wrong. So let's go up here and look. We have get frame origins. We have zombie down, zombie left, right, and up. They all start in the same X. Yeah, I mean, this should be changing, right? If this is animating correctly, I mean, I should see it. I'll be facing right. Right origins, left, down, up. I'm stumped on this one. I guess I could ask AI. I think I need to update my cursor. It's kind of old. New composer. For some reason, The zombie only ever shows animation going left. Can you help me debug? This is going to fix it in 2 seconds. But I was trying to not. The issue is the render method where we're not handling. Okay, what's going on here? We're not handling the case when facing is null, which happens when velocity is 0, 0. We're not checking if the zombie is actually moving before the player is animating. Let's modify render. I mean, I'll add it. This is definitely not fixing it though. Like, because the zombie never stops moving. Bro, what is going on? You know, I'm gonna undo that. Okay, facing in frame index. Zombie facing frame index. Why is this not working? Zombie facing left, 1, 2, 3. Zombie facing die. Zombie facing right. Yeah, I mean, that's properly changing. Zombie facing right, zombie facing left. Bro, what is going on? I didn't flip, I think. Yeah, that's probably definitely part of the issue. It's like not, it's also not going up or down. Maybe I don't understand the tile sheet. Up should be the lowest Y, followed by down, followed by left. Up. Okay, this is part of the issue. Up, down should be the lowest. No, down should be the middle. Left should be the lowest. Right should be the lowest. Right should be flipped. So I need to say... Okay, it's kind of working. Down is still messed up. Oh, he did go up. He looked up. Although it's kind of weird that, like... He's confused. Up, down, left, right. Up, down, left, right. Lowest, middle. Okay. I mean, these all look correct. But I think the issue is with something else. I think the issue is with facing. Determine direction, this dot velocity. Do I do the same thing in the player class? I do not. It with direction. Yeah, it's a different logic to figure this out. Why is this happening? Where is this used? Update direction, input, determine direction. So it takes in a velocity and returns the direction the player is facing. Down left, up right. Direction up. Yeah, I feel like this needs to be... Like, I don't have this idea of up left, up right. I don't know if we need this anymore. Determine direction. What calls this? Okay, I'm thinking about just getting rid of this. Like, we'll just say if we are going upright, we'll just say we'll go up. If we're going up left, we'll say we're going up. And we'll say we're going down. Simple as that. Let's see. Uh-oh. Do I even need that? Let me get rid of that and see what happens. I think the arrow used to show diagonals as well. Yeah, I got rid of the arrow. I just thought it was more distracting than useful. If y is going up, if y is positive, then we're going down. If x is negative, we're going left. If x is positive, we're going right. If y is negative, we're going to go up. I think the velocity might not be like truly... Do I not have a velocity here? Here we go. Oh, that's why. The velocity 36, y is almost 0. Yeah, I think that's the issue. Kind of weird that the velocity is like not perfectly 0. That's probably a bigger bug that we have to figure out, but I think I forget what's causing the velocity to even get reset. Okay, you know what? Quick hack right now. Here we go. Whatever. Wait, did I refresh? Let's see. Yeah, I think that'll fix it for now. I'm not happy with that solution. Yeah, it's just still weird. He like moves. I am interpolating velocity, so that could be it. That could be it. Yeah, I think it might be better if the zombie had a facing thing on it. So instead of worrying about velocity, the pathfinding algorithm would set and say, hey, this zombie is about to move right. And then it could set that. Right now, this solution is decent enough. Yeah, zombie still kind of looks stupid. Like right there, he's going right. I need to remember to refresh the... You know, instead of this... Okay, I think another little hack I could do is... Instead of this threshold thing, I'm going to say... Instead, can you just figure out which vector... what is it called? A vector what? Coordinate? A vector value is the greatest, and then set the direction based on that. Come on, AI, don't fail me now, man. What I need you most. Let's try this approach. Take a couple of absolute values. I think that actually works better. Yeah. So instead, the logic is basically just figure out what coordinate of the vector is like the highest, and that's what we're going to set the direction to. I think that that's a decent solution. Is there more console logs somewhere? Anyway, let's just commit this. I'll say adding the zombie walk animation as well. Cool. Hour in. Camera froze again. Come on. Wonder why it keeps freezing. Oh man. Okay, made some progress. How's it going, Donnie Ruffs? I haven't talked to you in a while. I haven't seen you in a while. Maybe the device became hot. Yeah, probably. Got my camera all hot and bothered, huh? Might add one more thing in. I got a sponsor video I need to record soon, so I might do one more feature in the stream. Need to go to the store. So yeah, I think some more things we could do. Do we do sounds? Try to find like a pistol sound. Let's do Creative Commons 0. Which one? This one? A or B? I like B. Yeah, B. Okay. Been struggling to enjoy programming for a while. Part of it is AI, another part is me realizing how screwed up everything is when it comes to money, to be honest. What about you? Yeah, what's I guess what's your struggle with AI? When it comes to money? I guess I need more context to understand what you're talking about, but you know, I'm doing the same thing, making videos, working. Yeah, like B. Okay, so B, click it. Creative Commons 0. I want to make sure. And then you're supposed to log in to download, but like, come on, we're smart. We don't need to do that, right? I'm going to search this whole thing for audio. And then I'm going to find a link to the MP3. And then I'm going to download it. I'm going to put it in my project. I'll just paste it in here. All right, so now we got a pistol MP3. And that's probably good enough of a start. And then we're going to go and find out how to implement this. So we're going to go to the weapon. Now, do I want to do the server side or front end? I don't think the front end even knows when something fires. I feel like the backend needs to emit when a gunshot happens. Because right now what happens is you fire your pistol and it sends an event to the backend saying that you want to fire. And then it's going to go ahead and create a bullet entity and then it sends that out. Now the issue is if you have multiple people in a game, it's nice if you can have some type of surround sound effect where the farther away someone fired a pistol from you, the lower volume it is. And I think we're going to have to basically just emit on the back end pistol sounds maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Weapon interact. Something I don't like about this is that the logic for shooting does not live in the weapon class. So that's kind of confusing to me. It lives in the player class and there's like a handle attack. And this is where it kind of checks if it's a pistol. And then it makes a bullet and it sets the direction. So technically I could basically emit a sound event here, or I could create an entity. That's something I could do. The bullet entity itself, when the client initializes it, it could play a sound based on yeah, it feels kind of weird. How do I want to do this? When the player attacks, I want to play a sound at his current location. I could even make like a sound clip, an entity itself. And when I create the sound entity, the front end just auto plays it when it finds that there's a new sound on the game. And then it's just a matter of cleaning it up over time so you don't have a bunch of like sound clip entities everywhere. But I think that would make more sense because it has a position. Let's do that. I'm going to try doing that. I'm going to make this a sound. There might be a better name for it instead of sound. Like audio. Do it. Tab development. They're complaining about get center. All right, so this is just going to be an entity that is going to take in a sound. There we go. There we go. But then it also needs a public serializable. What is raw entity? ID type. Okay. Just trying to think through this. Is this a good idea? We may have a sound entity. And now the sound entity, when we have a pistol fire off, we could say make a sound, set it at the same position as the player. And then in the client side, what we could do is make a sound entity here. Import everything from all these other places. No, that I don't want. Super hacky. I just want to see if this will work. Do I even care about sound type? I don't think I do. Honestly. Now I need to make sure that the sound type, pistol, shotgun, okay. I think this is almost good. There's a really hacky place in this code base I need to like add in to support the creation of these new entities when they stream in. I just forget where that is. Is that the stream manager? The socket manager? Oh, it's here, Entity Factory. Oh, I need to call it Sound Client. Very hacky, but let's try it out, I guess. Turn debug to true. Let's go. Oh, it crashed. The entity manager generate entity ID is not a function. Entity shared game server. Why? Entity manager and sound. Okay, so wherever I'm creating this thing, I guess when the player fires, am I not passing the entity manager? I am. Why is this confused? Game server shared entities. Oh, I think I'm probably importing the wrong thing. I am probably importing the wrong sound client. Maybe. Sound client. I think this is a client entity. What do I call it? Implements iClient entity. Okay, that's my problem. Front end's a little bit different from the back end, right? It has different needs, and so it has a different way to construct stuff. Failed to load because no supported source was found. What does that mean? Sounds 19200. What the heck is that? Interesting. Sound type. Oh, I think this actually needs to be the ID. Yeah, that's the issue. I don't even need these. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I think, do I need to store the ID? Maybe I do. Guess it doesn't hurt just to store them in case we need them. Let's go. That looks good. All right. Let's turn that back off. Need to find a pistol. Where's the pistol? Oh, here it is. Good enough for me. Let's ship it. What are you using for the database? I haven't even picked the database for this game yet. I'm probably going to use Convex. It's just going to make everything so much easier. But if I don't, then it's probably just going to be Postgres. Because for the database, really all I need is like storing information about the user. Like maybe I have stats that they can get achievements and badges and they can buy custom skins. Right now, there's nothing that needs to be persisted in the game. Like every game is ephemeral. Start from scratch, you play with some buddies. I will have to add a matchmaking / lobby system, and that's where we're going to need a database. But I think I can also get away, like, while the game is small, I could just have most of this stuff live in state of the WebSocket server. But at some point, you're going to have to scale up and have multiple WebSocket servers to handle multiple rooms if your game gets popular. So yeah, that's an eventually thing, you know. Cool, yeah. So I just need to like the next steps. I'm gonna make a to-do. I'm gonna say when a new sound, before playing a new sound, determine distance from player and reduce volume if sound was far away. And then we could say like add sound for shotgun, add sound for knife. We don't even have a knife attacking. Add sound for player walking. Add sound for player zombie walking. Add sound for player hurt. Add sound for zombie hurt. Add sound for zombie attack. I think those would be kind of enough. Oh wait, hold on. Add sound for item pickup. Add sound for item drop. Add sound for player death. So I have to figure out how to add all these sounds in, and probably want to auto clean up these entities over some time. So like auto clean up into sound entities after 5 seconds or something. I don't think any sound will last longer than a couple seconds. So like there's probably an elegant way to do it, to know when the audio is done playing, and then we can just go ahead and delete this entity from the game. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. The walking sounds could be annoying, to be honest. Donnie says, regarding AI, I like how productive it makes us as developers, but in my current team, everything is done through AI. Reviewing code is a big chunk of AI, and in-depth reviews are replied with, well, it works. Cursor GPT did it for me. No need to change money-wise, just upper management only caring about how fast you can release something. Just never liked the mindset of, and been fighting it for a good while now. Just sucks the fun out of it for me. I'm surprised your team has embraced using AI for like reviewing your code and stuff. The last project I was on, the client stated that they don't want AI used, at least AI IDEs. But yeah, I kind of agree. It's like you used to have fun and enjoyment of solving these problems yourself, but it used to take you time. Like a lot of the stuff I'm doing right now, it would have taken me probably a lot longer if I didn't have AI just auto-completing this stuff for me. Granted, I'm trying to use AI less, but like when I'm not streaming, like I'll use Composer and like it'll just add features for me super easily. And it feels nice. If your end goal is to like create a product or create a game or create a website, there is some joy in like getting that done fast. But I also think as like if you consider yourself like an artisan or professional, it just feels kind of gross that like AI is doing everything for us now. And not everything. I mean, you still have to have some type of like expertise of what's being committed to your repo, but you start realizing how tedious and how rudimentary a lot of the code we write is, because AI just like turns it out in a second. So I kind of agree in that mindset, but I also like how I'm actually making progress on all of my stuff, and I'm actually able to like ship stuff. Because before, like if I tried to make this game 5 years ago, I probably would have given up. I'd be like, this is too hard. Let me go back to just not doing anything with my life, you know? But now AI is like, I'm stuck. Let me ask AI to fix it for me, and then it does it, and then I can move on to the next thing. So it's been kind of like a nice, it's like a bittersweet type of thing. I will say that the only thing that I feel like I really leveraged AI for in this project is the A-star algorithm of the zombie walking towards me. Like, I think I sat there for like hours just prompting cursor to fix it, because I just did not want to go and learn how to implement A-star myself. Not that I couldn't. I've implemented breadth first search, depth first search, Dijkstra's algorithm, Kruskal's algorithm. I've implemented all these algorithms before. I just don't want to have to relearn them and do it again. Might want to check out Cat Town. You could be a great asset to the team. Is that a game? How can I make the metaverse-like map? I'm pretty new. I have no idea. What's up, Josh Manders? Hope you're having a good day. I was watching Benawad's video yesterday about Void Pet stuff and how great that game looks, and thinking about your game here, and it's making me want to build a game in React Native for my daughter. Do it, man. It's fun. It's fun making a game. I've never had a chance to play around with React Native, but I've had ideas, like you said, like I want to make a little app for my kid to help her learn like words or something, you know? But then I'm like, I don't want to learn React Native and like how to get that published to the App Store, so I never do it. Are you planning on making game dev tutorial? I really am not. I'm just doing this game dev stuff and giving updates just because like I need a mental break from web dev all the time. I don't think making game dev tutorials on my channel is going to, it's going to alienate a lot of my subscribers, I think. So I'm trying to like not go too far into game dev on my channel. Because at the end of the day, if you think about it, like this is a business. I'm running a business. Yeah, I'm using a bearded theme stained blue. I just use it as a glorified Google searcher. Yep, the right way to use AI code helper. Yep. Hello, are you using a game engine? No, I'm just building my own thing. Are the game classes auto-generated? No, I create them by hand or I use AI to help me. When will I get the job? When they hire you. React Native is dope. I think you liked it. Yeah, I'll have to check it out sometime. Some of my coworkers throw the entire user story in Composer and have a feature rolling in minutes. Yeah, it's crazy. I could probably do this to this project too. I have this whole to-do list. I could literally go and say, okay, add a sound for player walking or add a sound for player hurt. Like, let's try this. Let's just see what it does for me. Okay, so like what did it do? On the player class, when the player gets hurt, it added a sound entity. I don't like the underscore stuff, honestly. Yeah, so it didn't even update the front end to do something. Update the front end to handle that new player hurt sound. Oh yeah, it'll autoplay, won't it? Player hurt. Okay, I take it back. I want to do this. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do one more sound. I mean, that'd be pretty easy to find. Free sounds. Okay, not that one. Kind of like this one. It's not perfect. But again, placeholder stuff, just if you can put placeholder stuff, it's just gonna make it easier to like replace it later on. Copy link address. Let's go ahead and download this. Which one's the one I just downloaded? This one. Should just work now. Josh, I'm sure you would like the female hurt one. Taken straight from OnlyFans. Okay, that's good enough for today, I think. We made some progress, team. We did it. Adding player hurt sound. Alrighty. How are you handling map generation? That's a good question. So basically I have like a preset collection of larger tiles. So like I have a campsite tile, I have a forest tile, and I have a water tile that kind of goes around the edges. And so you can see here the campsite tile is like kind of just an empty space. I'm assuming that a user can come here and build a base if they want to. And then we have the forest tiles, which are all the same, right? They all have the same layout. But the idea is I want to have a bunch of different tiles. Like I want to have one for maybe like a lakeside tile or like a dock. I want to have a tile for a city or a farm. And so it's just going to randomly generate a giant map for all the players. And then they have to go and explore the map and try to gather resources and then build a base so they can survive all the nights that are ahead of them, right? So that's something else I need help with. If you guys want to contribute, I need someone to come through here and add different like tile types. They're called biomes here. So if I can add more biomes, and then there's just a lot that has to happen for this game to actually be finished. But yeah, at least adding one or two, like a farm biome would be great. And the tile sheet has some farm stuff in it. You just have to basically figure out, okay, I need to render out a building somewhere on the biome, maybe add a little fence, and then I have to go and try to figure out how to make this a collidable fence so player and zombies don't try to navigate through it. I think there's a tractor here somewhere. Yeah, so here's a tractor. So just a biome that has a couple of things like that, maybe like a dead tree stump. Other things, if someone wants to work on something, we have trees. Like if you put these three tiles together, you basically make a tree. And we could put that randomly on the map in different locations. The issue with the tree, though, is that my maps are very one layer. It's just one layer. And so something like this, that's something that's like a decorative layer, but then you'd have like a collidable with the base of the tree trunk. I just didn't want to have to like dive into that can of worms yet. Oh, here's another thing. Flash the player red when he's hurt. Do a to-do there. Okay, it's 11:45. Let's see. Yeah, I used tiled in the past before. I think tile's really good if you have like a map that is very static. And I guess these biomes, technically I could use tiled to generate them. But it's actually kind of easy enough to come in here and just like I feel like if there's more things, it's going to get really complicated though, especially if we get into the double digits. It's going to become a mess. So I think we are going to have to figure out how a way to use tiled and the things it exports for generating the biomes. That's another thing. Someone, if anyone wants to contribute to this, feel free to. Again, the link is here. Just don't make too much of a mess of it, I guess. Custom map editor incoming. Yeah, that's... I probably want to go down that path. Honestly, I probably just use tiled and figure out how to use whatever it exports. Am I using cursor? I am. How do you find Go as a language? I think it's pretty good. Bro building zombie Minecraft in JS. Notch would be horrifically proud. Can you jump over objects? You cannot jump over objects. Nope. Next.js and TypeScript. I am using Next.js as a wrapper around the game. So if I want to like have some type of in-app purchases or some type of like page where you can show all your badges or something, or like finding a new game or a lobby, creating a lobby, that stuff I'll probably do inside of Next.js, and then the game client is what's going to load up when you connect to a game server. So that's my plan. I do have Next.js set up using this. But soon I'll get this deployed out, and maybe we can all like do a stream and get into the same server and watch it fall apart. But yeah, have I used JetBrains? I think I have used JetBrains before. Have I tried Nux? I have. Nux is really good. Have I tried Windsurf? I think I have, yes. Works pretty good. I mean, all this VPN stuff kind of feels the same, you know? Really cool project. I hope you keep working on it. I do too. Cool. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream. We added some good features. We got some animations going. We got some sound effects going. It's getting more polished, okay? And that's the goal. If you get it polished enough, it reaches like a threshold where you actually enjoy what you're building, because it feels like you're building a real game. And so I'm trying to do some of the polish up front, just so that it's like a wow factor for people who are watching my channel, my stream, but also for me, just like keep myself motivated, because it actually feels like it's a real game almost. Cool. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for what I do next.